Hi, I'm Mike Sullivan. Welcome to Guitar Tech, how to do it yourself.
Hi, Gospel Guitarist here again with another video on the Roland GR-55 guitar synthesizer. If you see my last video, I was showing the setup of the control foot switch and the expression pedal. And after I did the video, I got a little curious about the next thing on the menu. Just happens to be EXP on or expression pedal on, and I figured, well, that must be the button that's underneath the pedal. And I thought I'd look in because I had the idea of switching between two instruments. So what I wound up doing was coming in here to the EXP on and taking a look right here at the cross. I found what's called the crossfader, and so I figured that was similar to a morphing function. That's what got me curious about the pedal. I thought, what other crazy thing can I do with this acoustic guitar piano church organ patch that I'm in? And I thought, well, it'd be kind of cool if I could switch between the piano and the organ, or switch between a guitar and a piano. And then that's what I settled on. And so I'll show you here how I did that, so that when I use the foot pedal, I can actually go from the acoustic steel string guitar, and the more I turn the pedal on, the more I would turn up the volume, the more of the piano sound comes in until the guitar is gone. Now, it doesn't do that perfectly. It's not a morphing pedal, but the crossfader works very similar to a morphing pedal. But I am hearing a definite cutoff between the two instruments. So it's not quite a morph, but it's pretty close. So if you're not playing while you're morphing in between the two, or what I call morphing, if you're crossfading from one instrument to the other, you probably need a more dedicated machine for that. But this one does it good enough for what I'm looking for it to do. I got curious, so I went in and started looking for the crossfader. And if you use your dial, you can rotate through different functions of the on switch. So when your pedal might be a normal volume control, which is what it is on my patch, and but I could set it to delay level, the crossfader, which is what I'll show you in a minute. There's a modulation function, pitch bending, and to control the volume, which is what I usually use it for in the other settings. But so you could actually mimic just your standard settings for the pedal in the on position, and if you needed to do that. So I wanted to do that morphing deal, or turn it off, patch volume. So let's go back over here to crossfader, which is what I wanted. And as you can see, I have the PCM tone 1, which is the church organ, turned off, and then the PCM tone 2 is for the toe, which means when you push it all the way down with your toe, it activates tone 2, which is the piano on this setting, if you remember from my other videos. And then the modeling tone, which is a guitar, a steel string acoustic guitar, is when you push on the heel. So the heel and toe motion will control whether I'm playing the guitar or whether I'm playing the piano. And the volume will remain consistent between the two because the pedal's not acting as a volume pedal. So, and if you leave it in the middle somewhere, you can get a pretty good sound blend of the piano and the guitar, as far as what I'm doing with it. And so, as again, you can see there's also like your normal guitar pickup, which could be running to your guitar rig. For a distorted guitar tone or something. I think I mentioned in other videos I prefer real tube distortion. So I have tube rack equipment that I really like the tone of, so I might want to have a piano, but I might want to have a distorted guitar. So I could turn this one on, and the expression pedal will control the blending of my actual electric guitar pickups, as well as the GK3. So there again, you got the same 4 tone options here to turn on or off by assigning toe or heel or off to I don't think there's any other option. Let me scroll down here. We got off, toe, heel. Yeah, that's it. So they're either off, toe, or heel. And so that's how easy it is to set up the pedal to give you yet more options. So my patch now has a little more flexibility now than it did, because I have set this up this way. So and that's kind of neat to be able to do that within the patch and not have to create yet another patch to do this. So it gives me more flexibility. So I'm now curious as I'm looking, what is the expression pedal switch? If the on is the switch, what's the switch? So I will be panning over here and taking a look at that probably next as I continue to work my way through the system here. So anyway, I hope you found it a little helpful. Maybe some of you were curious if this thing can do what we normally would do instead of crossfader. I'm used to calling it morphing, because like, you know, some of the floorboards out there will do that. I don't know if like the Boss floor pedals, like the 100, the GT 100 and stuff, I don't know if it does that. It probably does do morphing. So I just got curious if the Roland synthesizer does that, but the crossfader is the closest thing to an actual morph, and you really can't do anything about how it's going to go from one to the other. It just uses the halfway point as the cutoff, and as far as like the volumes, so you can go from one to another. It's still pretty cool to do that, because my other settings are still acoustic guitar and a piano and or the church organ. So having the pedal set up this way, I can flip between the two, the piano and the guitar, without actually using the foot switches. So anyway, that's just a real quick release of this video to show a little bit more as I go deeper. So thanks for subscribing, watching, and sharing my videos. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. This is now on a playlist. I've created a playlist on the Roland unit, and I've created another playlist on my Schecter C1 upgrades that I've done over the years, so it's easier to find these related videos, and I'll try to continue to do groupings of related videos. So be looking for that in the future. So again, thanks for watching, and have a good day now.
Well, thanks for watching, and see you next time on Guitar Tech, how to do it yourself.